As the temperatures continue to drop, you're going to see more and more leaves falling into your yard. But before you grab the leaf blower, consider leaving the leaves.
Storm drains actually lead directly into creeks and streams and therefore directly into our water bodies. So anything that ends up in a storm drain goes directly into our water body. That includes extra leaves. So extra leaves that end up in those storm drains or creeks can lead to blockages and cause flooding or lead to eutrophication, essentially suffocating aquatic life. It's also illegal to send anything into a storm drain that is not storm water.
Other than blowing the leaves out of your yard, you might be inclined to bag them up and leave them at the curb. But that's not a good solution either.
In Flower Mound, leaves that are bagged up and set out by the curb actually end up in the landfill. So in the state of Texas in 2021, 416,000 tons of yard waste ended up in landfills. Even though that's just a small fraction of what we ultimately send to landfills, it is really bulky and it takes up a lot of space. So that fills up our landfills faster and is actually resources that we could be using elsewhere.
If it's bad to blow leaves into the street and bag them up for the landfill, what should you be doing for your fallen leaves? How about using them to help your lawn?
Leaving the leaves where they fall is actually incredibly beneficial for both your yard and for the ecosystem. So as leaves break down on your yard, they deliver vital nutrients back to the soil, which can reduce or eliminate the need to fertilize in the spring. As far as the ecosystem goes, leaf litter is actually a really vital part of the life cycle for a whole lot of beneficial creatures like moths and butterflies, beetles, even things like fireflies that live just under the surface of the soil also benefit from that protection that leaf litter provides in order for them to overwinter.
While you can just leave the leaves where they fall, there are ways to use them to get the maximum benefit for your yard.
To get the most benefit from the leaves that fall in your yard, one of the easiest ways is just to mow over them where they are. This chops the leaves up into smaller pieces and helps them to break down faster. It also prevents them from blocking the light to the grass or whatever ground cover is below. Another option is to just pile them up in an out-of-the-way spot and let them degrade naturally on their own. Once those leaves break down a little bit, you can use them as mulch in your garden beds or as a soil amendment. You can also actually just use leaves straight as mulch to put into garden beds or as a donut ring around a tree.
By leaving the leaves, you're being a good steward of your yard and the local ecosystem.
Bottom line, fallen leaves are actually an awesome resource and one of nature's ways of replenishing itself and returning nutrients and supporting the ecosystem. So if a neighbor accidentally blows leaves into your yard, maybe just consider it a free resource.